What happens to your mind if, for 11 consecutive days, during the day you practice small conscious habits that awaken safety, presence, and courage in the face of time passing? And at night, specific ASMR sounds, like gentle rain, slow beats, whispers, and the deep silence of nature, soothe invisible tensions, calm fears, and silently reprogram your thoughts about aging. This isn't magic. It's emotional science applied with intention. And it's already been proven by neuroscience. Here's the core of it, the ASMR plus 11-day method to dismantle the fear of aging. On their own, the elements offer relief. But together, they dissolve deep-rooted fear patterns, strengthen your mental autonomy, and create an inner space of peace, acceptance, and trust. This is a new channel. If this content already resonated with you, subscribe now to receive the next silent methods of transformation. ASMR plus 11-day method to dismantle the fear of aging, neuroscience-backed. Studies show that the brain can change even after age 60, as long as healthy stimuli are repeated consistently. The fear of aging is an emotional construct shaped by experiences and thoughts, and it can be undone through daily practices. Combining conscious microhabits with audio therapies like ASMR can be a quiet yet powerful way to reprogram the brain and create a new perception of aging, lighter, safer, and more confident. Sources: Tang, Holzel and Posner, The Neuroscience of Mindfulness Meditation, Nature Reviews Neuroscience, 2015. And Davidson and McEwen, Social Influences on Neuroplasticity, Nature Neuroscience, 2012. It is exactly this fusion, between conscious daytime practices and restorative sound stimuli at night, that awakens something deep, the quiet courage to face aging with lightness. And today, you'll discover that process. The 11-day method that pulls your mind out of silent denial and gives it something essential, the active embrace of your own journey. This new way of seeing aging doesn't come from luck or magic formulas. It grows from a conscious choice, to face time with respect, not fear. Even with doubts. Even with painful memories. And most importantly, to break the invisible belief that aging means losing value. That inner voice that repeats, "It's too late, you're no longer useful, your time is over." That isn't you. It's just the echo of a culture afraid of time passing, and that fear can no longer command your story. While many try to ignore the signs of age, those who awaken embrace the present with clarity. And they grow through what they feel, what they learn, and what they still can live. But what exactly changes when you train your mind to embrace maturity with confidence? You don't get lost in mental noise. You become quiet. You become aware. You begin to bloom. This new mindset transforms fear into clarity, painful memories into wisdom, and the passage of time into a source of inner strength. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready to accept aging, it moves with you, in real time. And it's precisely in that movement that self-respect begins to bloom. Even when faced with judgmental looks, even surrounded by silent doubts, you choose to show up. Because you've understood something many haven't yet, true liberation only begins when there is vulnerability. It's not those who look younger who live better. But those who welcome time with honesty and develop an active and embracing mindset, those are the ones who live with ease. It's not about luck. It's about a daily decision, to wake up, take a deep breath, and live with meaning. And that's why those who consciously dismantle the fear of aging with presence begin to bloom in every area of life. Relationships. Body. Purpose. Spirituality. Inner stillness. Everything begins to align when the mind stops fearing and starts embracing the now. Now think with me, why do some people age with presence and lightness while others sink into fear and wait for a miracle? The answer isn't in genetics. It isn't in luck. It's in how the mind was conditioned to interpret the passing of years. Many minds, without realizing, were programmed to avoid talking about aging, to sabotage moments of joy with scarcity thinking, to constantly compare themselves with younger people, to hope life will go back to how it once was. And most concerning of all, these patterns repeat silently. Like a subtle mental noise that limits your inner freedom. But here's the good news, that mental programming that chains you to the fear of aging isn't permanent. It was built over time, and it can be undone with awareness. That mind that avoids the mirror, that goes quiet out of insecurity, isn't who you are. It's just the reflection of an old conditioning. And with the right stimulus at the right time, it can be gently reprogrammed. This is where the ASMR plus 11-day method to dismantle the fear of aging begins. It's not just a set of tasks. It's emotional training designed to re-educate the mind with both lightness and depth. During the day, you practice simple but powerful micro-habits that awaken awareness, presence, and acceptance of your life's time. At night, sounds with proven effects on the subconscious mind, like soft rain, slow beats, gentle wind, or whispers, silently reorganize your inner world. And the goal is clear, to dismantle the fragile and fearful image of aging, while you sleep. A new identity begins to take form. One that doesn't depend on outside approval or the illusion of eternal youth. But one that chooses to live with courage, even without guarantees. Because deep down, it understands that the real path isn't waiting for acceptance. It's walking with dignity. And what happens on day 11? You wake up different. Lighter. More whole. Making decisions that don't come from anxiety, but from the conscious acceptance of the now. Resistance to time softens. Fear of the future quiets. And a new question arises, soft but deep: how can I honor my life today with all that I already am? That question is the signal. It doesn't arrive with noise. It comes with a deep and safe inner silence. That's when the fear of aging stops being a shadow, and becomes a bridge. A new way of existing. When the brain has been gently re-educated with the right habits during the day and the right sounds during the night, fear no longer dominates, and maturity becomes a source of presence and wisdom. And now, in the next minute, you'll discover the complete method, how each of the 11 days works, which sounds to use, when to apply each practice, and how to bring it all together to truly reprogram your mind and live with freedom in the face of time. Here are 5 real changes that begin to appear by day 11. Your mind stops resisting time, and starts embracing life as it is. You feel more at peace, even when the future is uncertain. The anxiety about aging loses its power. Doubt is replaced by lucid acceptance. You live, even with fear. ASMR mentioned in this method for sleep can be found on YouTube. Just type ASMR plus what you want to hear. Day 1, say yes to the life you have now. Daily action: when you wake up, say out loud, "Today, I choose to live fully." Mental focus: start the day by recognizing the value of the present moment. Night ASMR, gentle beats with soft rain. Activation phrase: my life is now. And that alone makes it valuable. Day 2, stop avoiding the mirror. Daily action: look at yourself in the mirror with kindness. Find beauty in your maturity. Mental focus: fear of aging begins with denial. Courage begins with a gaze. Night ASMR, light instrumental music, piano plus water sounds. Affirmation: I welcome every line. Every phase. Every time of my body. Day 3, replace sorrow with purpose. Daily action: identify a recurring sad thought and turn it into a small, doable goal. Mental focus: the past teaches. The now builds. Night ASMR, soft whispers plus wind through trees. Reflection: I don't cling to what's gone. I create meaning with what I have. Day 4, create an inner comfort ritual. Daily action: start a small personal care ritual, stretching, prayer, tea, breathing. Mental focus: taking care of yourself is a quiet act of resistance to fear. Night ASMR, deep ocean waves or guided breathing. Affirmation: my daily care is the most beautiful act of self-love. Day 5, face the silence you've been avoiding. Daily action: set aside 5 minutes with no distractions. Just feel your breath and let in the thoughts you've been avoiding. Mental focus, silence is not emptiness. It's reconnection. Night ASMR, rain plus soft strings, violin or cello. Declaration, I don't run from myself. I listen with compassion. Day 6, rewrite your story. Daily action, write down 3 automatic thoughts you have about aging, and rewrite them with truth and strength. Mental focus, the story you tell yourself defines how you feel. Night ASMR, positive whispers plus soft white noise. Activation phrase, I am more than my fears. I am the author of my peace. Day 7, do something simple that reminds you of your worth. Daily action, do something helpful for someone, without expecting recognition. Mental focus, worth doesn't come from applause. It comes from serving with presence. Night ASMR, forest sounds with light ethnic instruments. Affirmation, I am useful. I am needed. I belong. Day 8, honor a promise you had forgotten. Daily action, revisit a promise you once made but postponed. Even if it's small. Mental focus, fear fades when your word regains value. Night ASMR, continuous ambient melody plus spaced raindrops. Reflection, my word shapes me. Today, I take myself seriously. Day 9, involve your body in the process. Daily action, walk for 15 minutes in silence, focusing on each step. Feel that you are still here, whole. Mental focus, a present body dissolves future fears. Night ASMR, footsteps on leaves plus wind plus slow deep beats. Activation phrase, I am still walking. And that is a miracle. Day 10, forgive time. Daily action, write a letter to time, expressing gratitude, forgiveness, and release. Mental focus, making peace with time sets the soul free. Night ASMR, soft piano plus breathing plus dawn sounds. Affirmation, time is not my enemy. It's my journey companion. Day 11, visualize yourself at peace with your story. Daily action, close your eyes for 5 minutes and picture yourself living your maturity with gratitude, ease, and peace. Then write down one small decision to help you maintain that state every day. Mental focus, aging is a chance to bloom with wisdom. Night ASMR, final composition, piano plus wind plus light size. Final phrase, I accept my time. And it returns peace to me. Scientific basis, studies show that small daily mindfulness practices, such as conscious decisions, intentional breathing, and journaling, reconfigure brain areas responsible for decision-making, emotional regulation, and self-awareness. These are the exact functions that help dissolve the fear of aging and increase inner clarity. Source, Tang, YY, Holzel, BK, and Posner, My, 2015, The Neuroscience of Mindfulness Meditation, Nature Reviews Neuroscience. Neuroimaging research using fMRI revealed that ASMR stimuli, rain, whispers, nature sounds, slow beats, activate brain regions linked to relaxation, empathy, and emotional pleasure, such as the medial prefrontal cortex and the nucleus accumbens. Source, Lochte, B.C., Guillory, S.A., Richard, C.A., and Kelly, W.M., 2018, an fMRI investigation of the neural correlates of ASMR, Bioimpacts Journal. What was once a method, is now a new way of living. The 11-day method is already transformative on its own. But when paired with the right ASMR, it creates the perfect environment for something even deeper to happen, the blooming of an identity at peace with time. During the day, you plant through conscious actions. At night, your brain waters those choices with sounds that silently dissolve old fears. And if you've made it this far, congratulations. But don't stop on day 11. Because this isn't an end. It's a beginning. Turn these practices into consistent habits, like someone tending to their inner garden. A mind free from the fear of aging requires maintenance and continuity. The courage to age with dignity doesn't come from a short cycle. It grows through the repetition of the right choice, every single day. What was once an experiment is now a lifestyle. Begin again, always. Don't wait to feel motivated. Wait to feel transformed. Because those who cultivate presence harvest freedom. And that's why those who reprogram the mind to embrace aging begin to live with more serenity in every area of life. If you feel like you've spent too much time fearing the future, this video is your silent sign. Start today. Free yourself from the fear of aging. Your brain is already listening. Dismantling the fear of aging is possible. And it begins in silence. If this content touched something in you, subscribe now. This channel is just beginning, and every new subscriber helps us share this silent method that transforms lives from the inside out. If you'd like to suggest the next method, leave a comment below. Deep gratitude for being here. Let's bloom together.